Wake up!
What?
It's time for the concert!
Oh, right.
This week we're talking all about Map of the Soul 1, the online concert weekend.
We finally got performances of My Time, Ook, Filter, and more.
We also have updates on ENHYPEN's new Fandom name, Dawn's latest release with Jessi, and Refund Sisters' latest single.
Hear all about this and more on this week's episode of Idolfm.
You're listening to Idolfm. I'm Tenny Tenden, and hey, Dawn, what's going on?
And I'm Patty Patty Pat Pat. And hey, Ten, what's going on?
Oh my gosh, not much is going on. We have a lot to talk about in this episode because we just experienced the one, the only Map of the Soul 1 online concert weekend.
On one.
Yeah, and so you already know. We're gonna go through our feelings, all the emotions, all of the titties
And the thighs.
and the thighs.
Yes,
Can
and
I
the
say-
undercuts.
and the undercuts of it all.
So, if you have not watched,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there are some people that haven't watched a concert. We highly suggest, even if it's by, not regular legal means.
Less than legal means.
Please find videos, find the streams, search YouTube, Twitter, whatever means.
You do not want to miss it. Too many iconic moments, and we finally got to watch a bunch of live performances for the first time from Map of the Soul 7.
And we're talking about all of those solo songs.
Oh yes.
Yes, you can see Filter. Yes, My Time.
Yes.
Even Moon and Inner Child.
And then, of course, Interlude, Shadow. Why did I say Interlude and Shadow? It was two. Shadow, Ego, Persona. We've seen Persona, though.
Yes.
Yes. But anyways, keep on listening and get ready for Idolfm. Okay, so as we know, or as you might not know, the concert was split up into day 1 and day 2. And we are in the Eastern Standard time zone. So day 1 was at bright and early at 6 a.m. So we did go to sleep, like, kind of early. Not really that early. We kind of went to sleep at the usual time.
We actually, for this like Saturday morning performance, we were just like, we might as well just like sleep early so that we can catch it, because the next day, which we'll talk about later,
Oh, hun.
was even earlier. But let us know in the comments how early you had to wake up if you did watch the concert.
Or if you're like in a random country and it was actually like 1 p.m., then good on you. Lucky for you.
Yeah, show that off. Like, let us know. But yeah, I mean, honestly, 6 a.m., not that bad. I felt pretty awake. How about you?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good, actually. Actually, you know what? That's a lie. I remember when it was like 5:45 and our alarm started going off, I was like, I'm not gonna make it. If anything, I was more awake for like the 3 a.m. the next day. But obviously, once the show started, we're like, okay, we're here. Like, we're ready, especially for day 1 because we were so excited.
Yeah, and everything was new.
Yeah. So it started with, obviously, there's like the VCRs, which is like, just like the videos that they have pre-recorded, transition between songs, and opened up with very beautiful visuals, always killing it, as always. And then, yes, the first like clump of songs were the intro into On, and then No, and then We Are Bulletproof Part 2. Do you remember what the intro was like? Because I'm like not remembering now all of a sudden.
Well, wasn't it like mainly the marching band, and then
Right. Okay,
and then they had like the mountain from the On music video,
right, and then they were in like the
cloaks,
the hoods,
which
cloaks,
kind of like also like reminds me back of like Fake Love.
Yeah.
Like there's probably some kind of connection in the BTS universe,
right?
I still can't really comprehend everything that's going on.
Maybe one day we'll do a deep dive.
Yeah.
Till that day comes. Honestly, whenever they wear cloaks, it reminds me of like the evil Kermit meme.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, so they did On, which was fun. Honestly, I feel like I personally slept on because I always preferred Black Swan. I don't know if this is like a controversial opinion, but I freaking love Black Swan. But then they recently uploaded like the Bangtan bombs where they were like freaking dying during the honor
Yeah.
rehearsal. And so I'm glad. It like gave me a new appreciation for the song, and then finally seeing them perform it, and then finally like even them feeling like they could perform it for everyone. It was probably very fulfilling. And I was like, you know what? I need to give On more credit and more love. And that's tea.
I feel like I've always, like, because, you know, we bought tickets for, like, the actual Map of the Soul tour.
We really did. You know what? I'm sorry to cut you off, but literally I keep thinking about how we've never gotten refunded for that, which always gives me hope. You know what I mean?
I'm completely fine with that.
Yeah.
I will keep my sound check tickets.
Yeah, right.
Even if it's in, like, 5 years.
The gold VIP.
Yeah. But I've always really looked forward to, like, seeing On in person, just because I feel like it's one of their most, like, epic songs with, like, the marching band and, like, just
the literal feature film, like, music video.
Yeah, and just, like, how the choreography is set up. And I don't know, I feel like when they have other dancers, like, backup dancers, like, information behind them, it just really brings this special energy.
Yeah.
And I always pictured, like, sitting on our, like, 6th row seats.
Yeah.
Like, seeing On the main stage, because you need the main stage for all of that. Like, you need all that room.
Right.
For that. So, yeah, it was a good, like, epic opener. And
for sure.
You know, bam, you're starting off this era, Map of the Soul.
Yeah.
And, yeah. And also, like, they, like, mentioned this in interviews before, how, like, On, they thought about the title, it's, like, the backwards switch of no and O. So,
which literally, I'm the dumbest AME in the world, because I know at the end of the On music video, it switches from On to No More Dream, and, like, I get it, I got it. But when they did On and then went straight into the next song, which was No, early era song, it literally, like, clicked in my head. I was like, oh my god, these are, like, sister songs. These are it was crazy. And I just love seeing them do old music too, because it's cool to see the evolution from, like, young BTS to mature BTS.
Yeah, it's honestly, like, the biggest flex to, like, incorporate their old songs.
Yeah,
because they're like, this is our music, we are proud of our discography,
right?
But this is, like, who we are, and we've been here. But I mean, I will say I did not expect them to do No, like, at all. Like, we can all see the connections and whatnot. Kind of like, you know, Boy with Love, Boy in Love, etc.
Yeah, right.
But I did not think they would do it or include it on the set list. So that was a surprise.
It truly was. And then after that, again, more early music. The earliest of music, their debut song, or one of their debut songs. It was like, We Are Bulletproof, Part 2. Bang, 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 bang. Oh, click, bang, bang.
Yeah. This was also really interesting because, if anything, I thought maybe they would, like, loop this with, like, We Are Bulletproof, like, Part 2.
Huh?
Or, We Are Bulletproof.
The Eternal?
Yeah.
Got it.
But, I mean, they threw this in here.
Yeah, they threw it in, and it was good vibes, good energy. And then we went into another VCR, which went into RM solo song, Persona. This was one of my probably one of my top 3 stage performances. I thought the choreography and, like, the stage presentation, the set design was genius.
Love that.
Literally, they said President Namjoon.
Yeah.
I thought it was, like, I can't, maybe it's even, like, top 2. Maybe it's my favorite performance. I don't know. Like, I just freaking loved it so much. He was presenting, if you haven't seen it, he was presenting the first verse as a speech. He was standing at a podium, no choreography. He's just standing still and literally looked like he was presenting a speech, but he was presenting some fire bars.
Yeah.
And there were all the background dancers were in suits, wearing masks, holding microphones, mimicking his exact movements. It was trippy AF, and I loved it. And of course, we got an appearance by freaking giant AI RM too.
Yeah.
Who always kind of creeps me out, but, like,
RM's always using some sort of, like, AI for his, like, performances, but I digged it. And I completely agree. Whoever, like, set up this, like, stage, like, both the choreography and just, like, the setup and the production, whatnot, super props to them. They deserve a raise. Big hit if you're listening. Like, promote this person, because it was great. And it just ties so well because, you know, they've had so many speeches recently again at the UN. Like, speaking at, like, the Blue House, aka Korea's White House, in front of their government. They spoke at the UN, like, a few years ago and whatnot. they've been winning awards left and right. Like, RM is Mr. Idol group leader, making speeches throughout the whole world. Like,
he's just doing what he does best.
Yeah.
The best of both worlds.
This is him talking about, you know, what other topic but persona.
Mm-hmm. Love to see it. Love to see it. And then it went straight into Boy in Love, which was so fun. I love Boy in Love. It's one of my favorite early songs of theirs. And I don't know, I feel like it's just a fun song. And I love seeing them in like, it wasn't exactly like schoolboy outfits, but it was like like a graduated schoolboy. Yeah.
I always think about schoolboy outfits when I hear this song.
Yeah, right.
And I love it. But also, like, I feel like the last time we've seen them perform this live, maybe it was at the award shows at the end of 2019. Yeah. But seeing them now perform it in 2020, it was interesting to see like how their costumes or outfits. It was more of like a distressed like boy like outfit, like schoolboy outfit. Like all of their suits were kind of like distressed, had like extra like threads hanging or some sort of like tweaking going on, and some like shredding of fabric. I don't know. It was like a really cool look. I digged it. It was like kind of like you see a peak of their past boyhood, but also they're kind of like this edgy adults now.
Yeah.
So
and
I liked it.
Yeah, it was so fun. And I thought, oh, Boy in Love, they're gonna go straight into Boy with Love, but they said no, we're gonna go into Dionysus. Actually, I think they like spoke a little bit here. Yeah. But then they went into Dionysus, which I really enjoyed. The like, I don't even know what to call it. It was like stripped back, more of like a They took away like kind of the big band
like
backing,
like less rock and roll strings and more like, I don't want to say like dance, but like I think it is a little more electronic,
kind of like a nighttime remix.
Yeah, it's like it's interesting, but I digged it. Yeah, I liked it.
It's also kind of interesting to see them perform Dionysus without like the huge stage production, because Dionysus used to be like a whole production.
Oh my god, yes! Shout out to the 2019 award shows.
No, literally, because like, you know, Dionysus was also like the Greek god of like theater, so they would intentionally like have all these extras running around like pushing the sets around, and they still did some of the choreography some of the times, but the other parts they were just like chilling and like having fun, and I don't know, it was fun. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, same.
Love that.
And then we had another VCR, which I want to shout out this group of VCR videos because this was the build up to Interlude Shadow. And this is where they had a bunch of like, some of the members had like this black paint coming off their hands and like wiping it on their face. Yeah. I believe it was V and JK. And some of the other members like had like RM had like this black smoke coming out from everywhere. It was real deep. And it was a good build up to Shadow. And of course, the next song was also Black Swan. So this like group of songs, it was kind of like their dark,
kind of like a little emo moment.
Yeah, but I digged it.
Yeah, I thought Shadow was so cool, and they really tried and like succeeded in recreating some of the sets from the music video, like that blue glowing. I think in the video it was a floor where you see like the hands, but they put it as like the background because obviously like, I don't know, you can't have people like in a basement underneath. I don't know, but yeah, it was really cool. It was really fun. I like Shadow. I think it's a fun song. And then he had like a quick like costume change, I think, from like a lighter outfit to a darker outfit when it goes into that second part of the song. And yeah, super fun. And then of course, the dark outfit transitions perfectly into Black Swan.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And what was the most beautiful part, which I really appreciated, was when they went into the orchestra version at the end, and we get the Black Swan himself, Jimin, doing his contemporary solo, literally turning into a Black Swan.
Beautiful. You know, I feel like we've always like heard this so many times, but like it's so nice to see how like Jimin's like, oh my god, I used to dance contemporary, like I wasn't a hip hop dancer, and now like 7 years later he's like doing contemporary solos.
I love that
for the girl. Like, oh my god, I love it. I love it so much.
It's so crazy because there are so many times when he was like, yeah, I like didn't even know if I like be in this group because I had such a hard time like transitioning over to like hip hop dancing.
Right.
I'm just like, oh my god, like can't see that at all. I just see you as like an amazing dancer.
Right.
And I think you've mentioned this like to me before, that a lot of it was just like not actually choreographed.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He was just like freestyling.
Yeah, I saw on Twitter that there were definitely like some like key moments where he like strikes, like hits a certain pose or hits a certain move, but everything in between was very much just like him like feeling the music and feeling the emotions, and I'm like, oh, Jimin, our Black Swan. But also like kind of sad, like, oh my god, Jimin, our Black Swan, like we support you, like we have
we know the lyrics.
We know the lyrics. But also like shout out to like the outfits and like a certain JK's shirt. I'm just saying.
Oh, this was just the beginning of Jungkook's really exposed outfits.
Yeah, he's maybe trying to find his time. But anyways, Black Swan is and forever will be probably one of my favorite songs off of Seven, and I think one of my favorite BTS songs. Like I love Black Swan and the performance. Enclave.
The arts.
The arts. But yeah, okay, so then another VCR, and then it went into, honestly, this transition felt kind of like random. Like it went from Black Swan to like UGG, but it was still super fun, and they had like a wrestling kind of theme, and they literally were like fighting each other. I feel like they had like laser like rings. Yeah. And it was like super fun, and honestly, it was like kind of tense in there. They were like pushing each other around.
Yeah, RM really said okay.
Yeah, like literally.
Wait, there were some times when like RM was like rapping and he's just like standing in front of Suga like face to face, and I was like, I'm getting a little scared. Suga, did you like do something to piss off RM?
Wait, literally.
Just kidding.
I saw people on Twitter being like, rap line, be like, are we about to kiss right now?
Yeah, I couldn't tell if they were about to like make out or just like a punch.
I didn't know what type of tension it was in there.
Yeah. Suga was like, I didn't know it was like this kind of tension.
Wait, literally. But it was still super fun. This is another performance where like it was hype. Yeah, like we love the song. I wish we saw this in person.
Yeah, it's like, I think we all know if we saw this live, we know all of the boys would probably just like be interacting with the audience a lot.
Right,
and like
right.
It really reminds me of Dior Hobie, like, and like Mic Drop Hobie.
Right.
Where he's just like freaking killing it and out like, you know, at the extended stage, like in front of the audience. But
I just want to I just want to hear J-Hope's verse, like the build up in person, like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And so for this song, they only like appeared when their like part started. So I wonder like how they would have done that on like in person. I don't know if they would have been like lifted from the ground like when their part comes on or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
But yeah. It was still amazing. This like such a good song.
Yeah. I also kind of appreciated how like towards the end they had additional backup dancers come out, and like it wasn't like formal choreography, but they had like some sort of like coordinated moves at the end, and I thought it was like really cute. Just and because like especially because it's just a rap line.
Yeah.
Like it's like rare to like just see them like dancing and jamming out
when
together.
they were like swaying and stuff.
Yeah, it was really really cute.
Yeah.
And like there were so many parts of like when it's like hardcore like in their verses, I'm just like you can like it would be perfect. Like I can just see them like spraying water at us during that time, just like just like you know to the beat. Yeah. I was like I'm just like literally okay. But yeah, so that was the rap line subunit song, and then we enter the vocal line subunit song, complete 180, and they performed 0 o'clock with like that giant timer in the back. I did not see this coming.
Oh my gosh, it was beautiful. We love to see it.
Yeah.
And yeah, wait, what didn't you see coming? Like just like the back-to-back UGG with 0 o'clock?
Yeah, because like Ook is like so like fuck the haters.
Yeah, right.
Like we hear you.
Yeah.
I'm on Billboard. Bye. And then 0 o'clock is like, let's just like restart, continue beginnings with our life. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe like I guess it's just like the contrast of the two songs.
Oh,
but,
yes.
I mean,
totally.
0 o'clock is like one of my favorite songs. I almost think it's like
just like Namjoon.
Yeah, I almost see it as like a baby spring day song for me.
Oh yeah,
because like I don't know, that kind of like sentimental feeling.
Right.
But yeah, it was cute. It was pretty.
Yeah, it was super cute. Like they were stood at mics similar to what is the other like vocal line
The
song?
Truth Untold.
Yeah, Truth Untold. But then they had like choreography in the second
Yeah,
half.
I was surprised by that.
I was very surprised too. And at first I was like, wait, Big Hit, how are you gonna make them freaking move? And then they're like trying to sing a ballad.
Yeah.
But of course they did it. They made it work. And it was cute. Honestly, the singing with the dancing, and it wasn't like hard choreography or anything. It was like, you know, movements and swing. And it very much felt like an early like 2090s like boy group. You know what I mean? Like energy. But yeah, it was very cute and I loved it. It was great.
Yeah.
And then we enter another VCR where we go into the solo performances. And this is where things start to heat up.
Man.
Start to get a little hot in here.
Crazy.
Yeah. Someone said better finna find my time.
Crazy.
Okay, we're just gonna address the elephant in the room. Or should I say the elephant thighs in the room?
The elephant trunks in the room.
The elephant trunks in the room. So yes, the first of the solo performances was My Time by JK. And you know what's funny? I feel like in the past, we have always said, My Time's gonna be acoustic. My Time's gonna be subtle. It's gonna be single spotlight. Like, freaking sweatpants is like, I don't know. But, oh, we were so wrong.
Oh my god.
JK said, My Time.
Jungkook literally said, I'm 23 years old. I am an adult now. This is my time to be a man.
And that he was. A lot of provocative choreography. We're not complaining though. Like, we live for it.
No.
We were just shooketh to the booketh. Especially towards the second half where he literally like pulls his shirt like out from like, because it was tucked into his pants. And then there was just so much happening. A lot of screaming. I'm sure a lot of armies around the world freaking passed out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jungkook, like, he seduced the whole world.
Truly.
And he has us all wrapped around his finger. And so I always reminisce about like Jungkook at the Lotte family concert. Like, not this year, but the
2019,
previous year, where, you know, he also had, that was like the last time he had the same like long permed hair, which gives him this like really dark and mysterious like e-boy look.
Like dark and wild.
Yeah, but oh my god, this performance, I'm just like, how I can't survive this.
Wait, yeah, it was crazy. And then like the parts where he was literally like dancing like by himself towards the second half of the song. And then he was like on the ground, and then it was like a bird's eye view with the clock like light. What are those words? What's that word called?
Lasers?
The
Spotlight?
projection, like a clock was projected onto the ground.
Yeah.
Honestly, it gives me vibes of that. You remember that one like children's show?
Yes.
And that
with the clown. Yeah.
Anyways, but it was great. And honestly, like abs and thighs and titters aside, JK gave like an amazing vocal performance as always.
Yes.
Like
so stable.
so stable.
Beautiful high notes.
Truly.
And My Time is like, it's honestly a really hard song to sing.
That's tea. That's tea.
Like, we've tried it in karaoke.
Oh my god, honestly, that's true.
But yeah, even RM has said like, I wasn't even sure if JK can sing it, you know? Like,
That's tea.
Even the way the song starts, but hey, if anyone is to sing the song, it's
yeah. Okay, I'll practice more.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, so the next solo performance was again another highly awaited performance. It was Filter. by Jimin, our Chimmy himself. Personally, I didn't expect them to take this like approach with Filter with all the TVs and stuff. Like I didn't see that coming at all. And I feel like a lot of armies focused on kind of the Latin vibe of the song, and they assumed it would be
side.
Yeah, they thought it would be more like, I don't know, flamenco or something, but it was very much, I don't know how to describe it, but I just didn't see like the TVs coming. Like I didn't even imagine that for Filter at all.
And like the mannequins.
Yeah, right. But honestly, mannequins, I feel like Jimin was like, hey V, can I grab your mannequin from Singularity? Loved it. Yeah, and then there's that like one part where he do be grabbing something in his nether regions.
And yeah, basically like, yeah, it was interesting I feel like when he did, so basically he did like a really quick outfit change. I don't know, I can't tell if
I
this
feel
was,
like that wasn't
edited.
edited.
But
I think that was edited for sure because he changed his pants. Like he
yeah,
wouldn't do that.
okay, yeah,
Unless
he
it was
like
like
a
rip off.
Bam.
Yeah,
we don't know. We'd love to know, Big Hit.
Let us know.
But yeah, I feel like when Jimin performed this, he did like an outfit change, which wasn't like a crazy outfit change. He basically changed into like a different colored like suit, but this time had like, I don't know what to call that, like a cummerbund.
Yeah, cummerbund.
Yeah, which really accentuates his figure.
Figure.
You know, when he gets down to the choreography with this song, it looks very, very nice.
Very nice indeed.
Yeah, but I don't know what the right word to take for like the set of this stage either. Like, I feel like the word that comes to my mind is like commercial, but I know that's like not right. But yeah, I guess it was just more like, I don't know how to even say it. Like a little more tame, I guess. Or
Than we were expecting.
A little more literal in the translations of like the lyrics. Because he did always say how like, yeah, it's about like how we basically as fans, we basically like give him all of these different identities and like he's presenting different sides of himself, like different characters to us.
Right.
Because yeah, he's literally Chimmy one day, but then he's literally
Jimin.
like Jimin
Oh
the
God.
other day. But yeah, maybe he's literally just trying to give us like his message, like, hey, I'm literally a person on TV. Like, here are all of my different personalities.
Right.
Like, oh my God. But yeah, no, this was also one of my most looked forward to performances, and it was really fun to watch.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so the next one was Jin's song, a fan favorite, Moon. And honestly, the whole set was like, I feel like it felt very Jin to me. Like there were like planets in the background and then like a literal like earth, and he was like standing on a moon with like flowers, and I was like, this just feels like someone made like a collage of like Jin related things, which I guess is Tate. Like it is Jin's solo song.
And he literally said, I forgot what that song called, like, what did the fox do?
Oh my God, yeah, what the fox say?
What did the fox
Oh my God,
say?
I almost forgot about that.
Yeah.
His background dancer had like fox masks on, which, okay, yeah, we're gonna have to look into the meaning of that because I literally was like, what is the tea with the fox mask?
Jin said fox eye trend.
He said fox eye trend. He said we're reclaiming the fox eye trend. But yeah, it was like fun. I feel like Moon is honestly like a really fun song, especially the chorus.
Yeah.
And like towards the end of it, he was like trying to kiss the earth, and people on Twitter were like, oh, it's because ARMY is his world, so he was trying to like kiss and like hug the earth. And I was like, Jin with the kisses. My God.
That was honestly adorable though, because like I feel like even when the lights are coming off, you could still see him like
trying
on
to
his
do it.
tiptoes, like really trying to kiss the earth. I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh. But yeah, no, it was very, very cute.
Very cute indeed.
Very cute.
And then, okay, so the final solo song in this like chunk was another performance that we have not seen before, Inner Child by V himself.
Yes.
And okay, so this stage was actually quite unique because literally it was a, what is that, merry-go-round, carousel. And he was sitting on it, and on the other side,
And he said, bring me a literal child.
a literal child. A little, like, I don't know how old kids are. Like, I don't know how to guess someone's age, but, like, he was, like,
he could be, like, 5?
5, 6 years old.
Yeah.
Literally, this kid looked like V.
He's literally V, baby V.
He literally was. And, like, his hair. I've never seen a 6-year-old with such, like, styled hair before.
Yeah. I think, oh my God, they gave him, like, a perm to match exactly what V had.
And they were wearing, for night one at least, they were wearing the exact same outfit. And I was like, I'm sorry, I thought it was kind of funny because also this little boy was just like smiling the whole time. He was such an actor, like a child actor. And he's just like smiling and like holding on to the pole and like waving or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And we could just like, I feel like we can just feel his like parents, whoever, like guardian, like on the other side of the camera being like shaking like a dollar candy, like
literally. And then eventually like V gets off and is like interacting with his inner child.
Of course.
And it was very adorable. Adorable. Sorry, we've been watching a lot of Emily in Paris. I got the French in me. But yeah, super fun. Honestly, like as like, you know, funny or like as literal as it is to have like a child like on the stage and like in the set design, I guess. This song is still very like emotional and like sentimental and like meaningful.
Yeah.
So that's tea as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's like the first clump of like solo songs, and there's another VCR, and then it comes into Ego, which was J-Hope's solo outro. Ego,
Yes.
Stan Ego, stream Ego.
Yes, our final solo song.
And so fun. Like literally
Yeah.
had cars. Very much obviously the energy of the music video with like the graffiti, a lot of colors, and J-Hope's good energy. That is indeed our hope. So
Yeah.
he was doing what he does best.
Yeah. And obviously, like, it's the outro song, so it made sense. It was like, I know, like, they wouldn't do it, like, as, like, their last song, because obviously it's, like, a solo song.
Right.
But I think it made sense to, like, make it their last solo song of the set.
Yeah.
And, yeah, J-Hope deserves the world. He is just a ball of energy and professionalism. But, yeah.
Wait, yeah. J-Hope is, like, such a great all-around performer. Also, since you just said like that, obviously it's an outro and they ended with it. I'm like looking at it and I feel like a dome because they literally did their opening, intro persona, song, interlude shadow, song, outro ego. So like they literally said intro, outro. I guess they're pretty smart.
Yeah.
But yeah, ego was super fun, and then there was some like mostly it was just like vibing, and there was some choreo. And then day one he was like he said like get my brothers, or like come on out my brothers, and then like BTS came out and it was super cute, and they were just jamming to ego and yeah, having a good time. And that went straight into A Boy With Love, of course, a disco version with the umbrellas.
Yeah.
And
We love the disco version.
we really do, honestly.
I honestly want it to like just be like a track on Spotify or something.
Yeah.
I want to just listen to it like casually.
Yeah.
So Big Hit, please.
Big
upload
Hit,
it.
this is a formal request. Please upload.
Yes, Big Hit, please upload the disco version. But I mean, I love seeing that performance all the time too with the umbrellas.
Yeah.
Fun.
And I'm glad that when, the new, like I guess ever since Bang Bang Con, I'm glad that they did, update Boy With Love into like kind of a new vibe and energy. Because it made me like the song all over again.
Yeah, and they really teased Dynamite with their disco
Right,
version.
exactly.
So
Loved it. What is meant?
I don't know, but after Boy With Love, I feel like we kind of felt like, oh, is the concert like still going on? Like I wonder what's left. Because after that, the boys basically came out and talked to everyone little by little. And we saw more of the ARMY fans on the screens because through the raffle, ARMY was able to join the concert at home, be on their cameras, be on the screens that BTS can see. And there's like hundreds of people's faces up there with their ARMY bombs and some RJs as well and some shookies.
Yeah, we definitely saw some B221 characters, which was really fun.
But yeah, they were talking, and yes, it did seem like we were going to do more songs, but they actually did a lot more songs than I expected personally.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We got like 7 more songs, but the first group of songs that we got were rather more surprises.
Yeah.
DNA, Dope, and No More Dream. So yeah, those are really interesting choices. And we were thinking, oh, are these based off of like these surveys that Big Hit sent out to their fans a bit ago? Like asking for people's like, I don't know, like top 10 songs, top 20 songs, potentially. But yeah, I was really surprised by these songs as well.
DNA, I thought DNA was really cool because they literally like recreated the music video background, which was super fun and like, I don't know, just like a nice throwback. I love DNA. I feel like DNA was a huge era for them.
Yeah.
And brought in like a lot of ARMYs. But honestly, these are like all like the songs in this section are like iconic title tracks. So like I feel like these were all like huge eras for BTS. And then speaking of like the background in the set, honestly they did a lot of like green screen and stuff with that with these songs, which is like tea.
Yeah.
Because for Dope, this was the freaking elevator.
Yeah,
and it was so freaking cool, and it literally looked like they were like in an elevator, but also it was fun for them because they like didn't have to like dance.
Yeah, they weren't following like, because dope is it's like hard choreography. Like I feel like they've said it themselves before. Like this is like hard to follow, man.
Yeah.
Like suga quote you, but yeah, it was like cute just seeing them like jamming along and not having to like
and pretending they were like being pulled up on an elevator or like dropping down an elevator.
It was cute. But shout out to like the big hit like graphic designers, animators.
Yeah,
you did a pretty good job.
You did your damn thing. And then the final song was No More Dream, which, again, another old debut song. And in this, we saw, like, the iconic Jungkook carrying Jimin for the big, like, stunt. But this time, he didn't go on, like, the other 5 guys' backs. He went on freaking, like, 20 people, including background dancers.
They added some background dancers on that.
But, like, for what? I bet Jungkook was like, I could do it. Like, I could carry him for, like, twice as long. Like, and it got to a point where I was, like, laughing. I was like, oh, my God. He's just, like, running on their backs for so long.
Yeah. I could see them, like, trying it out as a joke, but then they're like, oh, I can do it. See? And then they just, like, kept it in.
But we love to see it. And then they left, and then we got, like, the encore performances, which were, like, honestly shocking to me.
Yeah.
The 3 encore performances were, like, the songs that varied from day 1 and day 2. Mm-hmm. So, but on day 1, oh my gosh, literally currently one of my favorite BTS songs, Butterfly. I literally screamed when they started singing Butterfly. Shout out to iland for reinvigorating my love for Butterfly. Mm-hmm. And yeah, like, it was just amazing. And I loved it. Yeah. Oh, and this is when I believe they switched into, like, their tour merch, I think.
Yeah, so they came out again, started talking to people again, and ARMY was, like, in the backing screen. They just looked a lot more cozy, comfy. Yeah. And I feel like they do this in a lot of their concerts, where, like, at the end when they say bye and, like, do some encore performances, they're all just, like, chilling, as if they're, like, at home or something.
They're dressed in their tour merch, and then all the ARMYs, like, sell out the tour merch that they're wearing, and then we cannot get that merch. I'm not salty. But anyways.
Yep. But, yeah. And I honestly didn't think they would do, like, another set of 3 songs.
Right, yeah.
They're just, like, damn, they're really treating us.
Right. At this point, the concert total was, like, 2.5 hours long, which is, like, really long. Yeah. I feel like.
I'd say definitely for, like, an online concert, like, that's legit.
Yeah. So they did Butterfly, which is one of my favorite songs, and then they did Run, which is one of your favorite songs, I feel like. Oh my God.
I mean, I wouldn't say...
I feel like you used to really love that song.
I wouldn't say it's, like, my favorite.
Okay, let me throw it over.
No, but I personally feel like Run is very iconic, and it just reminds me of, like, old K-pop.
Yeah.
So...
That's tea.
Yeah. I like Run.
And then they did Dynamite, of course, which is funny because I feel like we kept thinking, like, they were going to do Dynamite earlier.
Yeah, we thought they would do Dynamite within the last group of 3 songs, like within DNA, Dope, or No More Dream. I personally thought they would do Dynamite. Because they were in their Dynamite Gucci outfits.
Yeah, T.
But yeah, they did Dynamite, and I honestly, like, almost thought they wouldn't do Dynamite for this Map of the Soul tour. Just because it, like, wasn't in 7.
Right.
But I feel like the song is so, like, iconic now for so many armies.
Definitely,
like,
of the moment.
Yeah, and obviously they appreciate, like, everything that has happened with the song, so might as well treat us.
Yeah, and I guess it makes sense because we've seen it so many times now that they just did, like, a chill version. And this is when they were just, like
walking
goofing around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was really cute.
And during these songs, too, they were, like, looking at all the armies, walking around and seeing people, like, on the screens. And there were so many, like, screens of people.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
So freaking many. And they did have, like, Big Hit set up, like, army bombs on each of, like, the chairs because they were in, like, a literal concert venue. So there were seats, and Big Hit set up, like, army bombs on each chair. But I feel like it was, like, nicer to see, like, people actually holding the army bombs, like, in their little video chat screen.
Yeah. And I'm sure, like, them just being able to see fans, like, in some way.
In some way, yeah.
Yeah. I honestly felt, like, the difference of their energy during these 3 songs because they were literally just able to, like, stare at fans. They just seemed so energized and so happy. And I'm like, like kind of jealous by the army they were looking at.
Not gonna lie.
I feel like there was one point where like some of the boys were like putting their fingers at some army and they're like laughing with each other.
Yeah,
So
especially in night one.
Yes,
that literally happened. And we were like, what are you laughing at? What are you looking at?
Maybe it was to RJ because there were some people like putting their plushies into the cameras.
Wait, yeah, it was kind of hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay, then they did their final like talking points, saying goodbye. Each member spoke, and Jimin ended up crying night one.
Yes.
Which was super heartfelt. Jimin! And he wasn't like tearing up. He was like crying to the point where he had to like stop talking.
Yeah.
And then when he started talking again, you know when you can like hear someone like crying through their words. Ugh, it was heartbreaking.
Yeah. You can tell these are real, genuine tears.
Right.
And he's just like, you know, like he's an entertainer. Like that's what he does for his life. Like this is his literal life. And you can just really tell how difficult it is for him. But
each of the members said like sentimental words, and it went into the final track, which is the current era. I feel like, you know, Spring Day, Microcosmos, like that like heartfelt army closing song. Of course, We Are Bulletproof, the Eternal.
yes.
It's just like a really nice closing song and like a very sentimental song. And I honestly just like really like the song. I think it's like really fun and catchy and like the tune of it all. Yeah.
It's a very nice closer.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was basically day one.
Yeah.
And honestly, we're looking at the set list for day two. It wasn't that different and completely makes sense because, you know, some people only bought tickets for one day.
Right.
So they didn't change it up that much.
But they did say that like they're gonna be different, so we were like, okay, we have to get both days just to make sure.
Yeah, and I feel like whenever there's a live event, we kind of just want to see it,
right.
Even if it is the same. You never know, but yeah, there were some sections that we'll just like talk about briefly that were different. And I'm looking at you, Jungkook.
Yeah.
For my time.
Yeah. So I feel like for a lot of the initial like first half group performances, we even said to each other, we were like, I wonder if they're going to change their outfits. And they didn't really change their outfits for a lot of the songs. And we were like, okay, I guess that's a T.
Yeah.
But, okay, I guess that's not the T because literally during my time, JK switched his like, I think he was wearing all black the first night.
Yeah.
And then suddenly he's wearing like red, and even his jacket is not even like a real blazer. It's like very like fabricy and like
very flowy.
And he was wearing like, I don't know, some sort of black and white patterned, it was like some sort of animal print.
It was kind of sheer. Yeah. It was like,
and the buttons were like past boob, like it was an exposed chest shut. And I was quaking a bit. I was quaking.
And of course the pants stay fitted.
The pants
showing off his thighs.
Yeah. And I feel like for night two, for some reason, he like really amped it up during his like dance break. And when he pulled like his shirt out of his pants, it like freaking flew up in the, oh my god!
Yeah, and he was really like sliding on the floor in some parts.
Wait, yeah.
And I'm just like, I really wish I was the floor right now. Anyway.
Okay. People on Twitter literally were like, Jungkook said, guess I better finna find my thigh.
Yeah.
And like, he found it.
Yeah, but it was, oh my god, he just amped it up so much. So even if you just like look it up on YouTube, I suggest you watch like both of his performances for my time.
Yes. Literally was amazing. I literally can't stop thinking about it. And it's literally all over the timeline right now too. People on Twitter are still going crazy over it. Yeah. And then, so for Filter Day 2, I thought it was interesting that he was originally like, the whole concept is that he's taking the clothes off of a mannequin and he's wearing it for himself. You know, you get to like choose a new style, whatever. But I feel like for the first night, the mannequin was wearing like a suit with a hat and like, I don't know. But then on the second night, it was like a dress. It was a silky dress with like kind of a flowy jacket and like a scarf. And I don't know, it was like interesting. I thought it was very added to like his like, you know, androgynous concept. And yeah, I just thought it was cool. And he also was wearing a different outfit this time around as well, which was fun. Yeah.
Basically, the only difference was these three songs were the only legitimate differences. Oh, actually, sorry. These two songs were the only differences on the actual set list. So we got Butterfly and Run on day one, but day two we got Spring Day and Idol. So yeah, that was, I mean, Spring Day Idol, iconic.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've seen performances of those recently, whether it was through like iHeart Music Festival or BTS Week.
Yeah.
But I personally love those songs. Very, very, very iconic songs for BTS. So
yeah, and Spring Day, you can't go wrong. Idol, oh my god, I feel like we've seen so many of the video clips of Jungkook, like I don't know how a cameraman just gave him the camera.
Yeah.
And then he was like messing around and they were just having fun, having a good time.
Yeah, he said GCF time.
Yeah, he was like GCF episode 1.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Overall, that was basically a rundown of like day 1, day 2.
Yeah.
Our general thoughts and our like reactions. Of course, we were watching these very late at night / early in the morning, so we were like low-key delirious, but like anything for BTS, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
And we don't have official numbers yet, but apparently at least 1 million tickets have been sold for this Map of the Soul 1 concert for both D1, D2.
Insane.
And yeah, basically like it's kind of crazy. They made like double the revenue from this concert from Bang Bang Con. And
oh wow.
You know, ARMY has been growing, the fandom has been growing ever since Dynamite for sure, exponentially.
Yeah. Right.
So, yeah, imagine, like, I mean, I guess, thank God we don't have to, like, be fighting other ARMY for tickets right now.
Right.
It's convenient in that sense. But, yeah, it's pretty amazing. And honestly, I don't think anyone else can really do that right now with like an online concert.
Yeah, the BTS like always just like continues to amaze everyone. I feel like with like the new levels of like success or fame or numbers or whatever that they hit, like I feel like we always get to a point where we're like, okay, I don't know how we're gonna top this, especially with like ARMYs ourselves too, with like whenever Jimin's like, we want every song to be on the Billboard Top 100.
Yeah, we're like, okay,
and then ARMYs for the next title track, we want to hit 115 million views in the first 24 hours. Like, we're constantly trying to outdo ourselves. But you know what? The boys are constantly working harder and harder. So like, fine. I guess we'll lose a few more hours of sleep too. Like it's fine. Oh my god. Speaking of iconic ARMYs though, we did see a tweet after day 1 of John Cena, our president of the ARMYs, speaking about BTS as he always does. # we are not 7 with you. And yeah, just like putting out the good word on behalf of ARMYs and BTS.
Yeah.
Always appreciated.
Really appreciate for John Cena. Yeah, not even just like being like an ARMY and like talking about BTS, but really, really sharing their message.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like, okay, I personally like, I know John Cena is an ARMY, like he loves them, he understands them, but I almost like didn't expect him to like watch Map of the Soul.
Oh yeah, because he's like a celebrity and he probably is so busy.
Yeah, like does he even have time to like, wake up super early? Actually, if he's in LA, he watches at 3 a.m.
That's tea. Oh my gosh.
So extra shout out to John Cena.
And if you are watching this, or if you're listening to this right now and you have kids, check out John Cena's new children's books.
Yes.
That's the real tea.
Yes.
Support ARMYs out there.
ARMY support ARMY.
Yeah. So that's basically a gist of Map of the Soul 1. We've been looking forward to this, I feel like, for a really long time. We bought these tickets, like, I don't know, like a month ago, like almost a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to think that it's like over. Because usually tours last months and months, and then they do this like every weekend. But the weekend's up, so
hey,
we'll just have to see what's.
We have B in a month, so.
Oh my God, B in a month.
So no rest here.
That's so true. And Jimin's birthday's coming up too.
Yeah,
that's tea. There's always something. There's always something more to look forward to. But in the meantime, I guess keep streaming, keep loving yourself, and. We'll just have to wait for B to come out.
Yeah.
Woo.
Woo.
A mini ENHYPEN update is that very exciting news. A fandom name has been chosen.
Yeah.
And I think, we talked about this like I think 2 episodes ago, where people are going through like all the different possibilities and options that people are saying on Weverse, but the fandom name is finally here, and it is
Engene. spelled Engene.
Yes.
So is this a double entendre? But yeah, it's pronounced like engine because, you know, the fandom is kind of working like the engine for the group.
Yes, like fueling them.
Yep. But also the word gene at the end because they share the same DNA.
You know, I feel like that's ENHYPEN just being like, you know, we're no different. We're all the same. Like, we work together. You are our engine. All that good stuff. So
yeah,
I feel like
they said equality.
Yeah, we were saying this earlier, but like I feel like I love a good fandom name that has like a meaning and it's not just like something random.
Yeah.
So it's cute. So if you identify as an engine, good for you.
Yeah.
Oh my god, now we have to say engines assemble.
Engines assemble.
Engines assemble.
Choo choo.
Oh my god, literally choo choo. Okay.
Choo choo.
We'll work on that. Oh my god, I love that. And then again, in the meantime for that, we'll provide ENHYPEN updates as they come, but we're really just going to be waiting for their actual debut.
Yeah.
And if you want to keep up with them, go on their Twitters, their social media. They literally post selfies every single day. So if you miss them, there's no reason to. They literally post every single day. But yeah. Welcome to Outro Spotlight, where at the end of every episode, we give you something fun to check out every week, a recommendation, a video, a show, a game, a link, whatever. And this week, okay, my Outro Spotlight is DAWNDIDIDAWN. Diddy. The new Dawn title track, or the new Dawn single, DAWNDIDIDAWN. And if you want to check out his whole album too, it's great.
Yes.
DAWNDIDIDAWN is featuring Jessi, who I love, our favorite Nunu Nana queen. And the song's just like really catchy, really fun, and yeah, just like good vibes. And we both like really love the song.
Yeah, honestly, stan Dawn.
Yeah.
Dawn is the revolution.
P Nation is not here to mess around. Now they have like 2 back-to-back bangers. So I'm just excited to see what else they come out with.
Yeah. Shout out P Nation.
Woo.
Shout out Psy.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, my outro spotlight also includes Jessi, so there's some part of P Nation as well. But Refund Sisters dropped their quote debut song, and I've been mentioning Refund Sisters a lot. But it's basically not like an official idol group. It's like a group consisting of 4 different established idols / singers within the Korean music industry. But yeah, their single is called Don't Touch Me. It's all about, you know, female empowerment, coming together, being like, fuck the haters, basically.
Right.
But yeah, the song dropped. It's a banger. And their music video will be dropping, I believe, next week. So we have to wait for that. And live performances are coming as well. But yeah, don't touch me.
Don't touch me.
Well, that is it for today.
Aww.
You have been listening to idolfm. You can catch us on social media and YouTube at idolfm podcast. And also our TikTok, which is at idolfm.
Yes. We will see you next week. And this has been Tenny
and Patty
reminding you to love yourself.
Bye.
Oh my god, fun.
Yay.